and welcome back to SP Learning Labs. Now today we are entering one of the most powerful topics in string processing, and this is something that looks a bit abstract at first, but once you understand it, you'll realize how systems can search huge amounts of text almost instantly. So instead of checking strings again and again, we are going to build a structure once and then use it to answer multiple queries efficiently. Previous video recap. In the last video, you learned Fenwick trees, where we handled prefix queries efficiently using a compact structure. Now we move into strings, where instead of numbers, we deal with text, and instead of sums, we deal with patterns and matches. So the problem changes from numeric computation to fast searching inside large text. Hook. Let's imagine something real. Suppose you have a huge book with millions of words and someone asks you to find all occurrences of the word algorithm. Now, if you scan the entire book every time, it becomes slow. So, the real question is, can we pre-process the text once so that searching becomes fast later? That is exactly what suffix array helps us to do. Why do we need this? Now think about this carefully. You have a string and you want to search many patterns inside it. If you use a simple approach, you'll scan the string again and again for each pattern. But what if you could organize all substrings in a sorted way so that searching becomes like binary search? That is the idea behind suffix arrays. Concept 1. What is a suffix? Let's start from the very beginning. A suffix is simply a substring that starts at some position and goes till the end of the string. Now imagine a word like banana. If you start from index 0, you get banana. From index 1, you get A-N-A-N-A. From index 2, you get N-A-N-A, and so on. So, instead of thinking about random substrings, we are only focusing on suffixes because they give a structured way to represent all possible substrings. Now, the next question becomes, how do we use this suffix? Suffix array, sorting suffixes. Now, instead of sorting suffixes directly, we store their starting indices and sort them based on their suffix they represent. So, for banana, we list all suffixes and sort them alphabetically and then store their starting indices in that sorted order. Now, think about what just happened. Instead of storing the actual strings, we stored positions, but in a way that allows us to compare substrings efficiently. This sorted list is called the suffix array. Now the problem is building this efficiently. Efficient construction, prefix doubling idea. If you try to build suffix array by actually sorting strings, it becomes slow. So instead, we compare suffixes based on prefixes of increasing length. First, compare first character, then 2 characters, then 4, and so on. This is called prefix doubling and it reduces time complexity to O n log n. The idea is that instead of comparing full strings, we reuse previously computed rankings. Now once we have suffix array, we can extract more information. Now, once we have suffix array, we can extract more information. That is LCP array, longest common prefix. Now suppose 2 suffixes are next to each other in sorted order. The LCP array tells us how many characters they share at the beginning. Now think about why this is useful. If two suffixes share a long prefix, it means there is repetition in the string. Now let's look at the code. Take a function assigning length of s as n. Now take a for loop through range, initializing k. Now take another loop where rank of I equals to 0, then k is equals to 0. Take while condition. Look at the condition carefully. Now taking LCP rank of I equals to k. And at the end, add if k is greater than 0, then k should be reduced. We'll return LCP. Now taking string and array, print them. Now what's happening here is that we are efficiently computing common prefixes without recomparing everything from the scratch. So now let's save it and run it. Now we have there you go, we have our output here, LCP array. Now let's use suffix array for searching. Pattern matching, binary search on strings. Now since suffixes are sorted, we can use binary search. Instead of scanning the entire string, we compare the pattern with suffixes in sorted order. Let's look at the code. Taking search function, initializing r and length of strings. Now looping through while. Breaking the suffix till the mid. Now write a condition that if suffix starts with the pattern, then return true. And if suffix is less than the pattern, then add mid plus 1 or else return mid minus 1. Take a string, take an array, and now print search ANA in both the strings S and SA. And take another example, apple. Now save it and run it. There we go, we have our output. ANA is in the given string, so it is true, and apple is not in the string, so it is false. Code part ends here. Longest repeated substring. If you look at the LCP array, the maximum value tells you the longest repeated substring because it represents the longest common prefix between adjacent suffixes. Now another important idea, count distinct substrings. Now total substrings are n of n plus 1 by 2. but many substrings repeat. So, subtract the sum of LCP values. That gives us the number of distinct substrings. So, let's recap. So, today you understood that instead of scanning strings repeatedly, we pre-process all suffixes, sort them, and use this structure to perform fast searching and extract useful information like repetitions and distinct substrings. Interview questions. What is a suffix array and how it is constructed? Why is a naive suffix array construction slow? What is the LCP array and why is it useful? How does Carsey's algorithm compute LCP efficiently? How do you perform pattern matching using suffix array? How can you find the longest repeated substring using LCP? Now it's your turn. Take a string like banana. Try to list all suffixes and sort them. Then try to build the suffix array manually. After that, try to compute the LCP array. Don't skip this. Actually, try it step by step. Try to see patterns and understand repetition. Post your answers in the comments. I'll help you improve. Next, we move into randomized algorithms, where we use probability to solve problems efficiently. If this clicked, you just unlocked one of the most powerful string techniques. Like, share and subscribe to SP Learning Labs. I'll see you in the next one.